people probably think I'm like crazy or weird, or they be like, man, this man lit. But like, I'll be in the studio after we finish a song, and I'll be like, do y'all know we just made magic?
Literally.
You know, because it's I preach that shit all the time. Like, bro, like for real, if you think about it, we started with silence. Fuck the beat. We ain't even have a beat.
Yeah.
We started with silence.
Literally.
Something that's really gonna change, that can change people's emotions, make them dance, make them cry, make them smile, whatever. That came from silence.
Guys, welcome back to the Frame Shift Podcast. Today we got a special guest, buddy of mine. We haven't actually shot together in, I don't know, probably
Like 3 years.
3 years. It's been a while.
Yeah.
fire ass artist, indie artist on the come up that you will be hearing about soon enough if you haven't yet. Squalla, welcome,
sir.
bro. How you doing?
I'm great, man.
Hey, you ready for this shit?
Yeah, born ready.
All right, bro. Speaking of born, you were born in Houston?
No.
No.
Actually, no.
You're from Houston,
I was
though?
raised in Houston.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I
Where you
spent
born,
my
though?
whole life in Houston. I was actually born in Senegal.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I moved to the States like when I was a couple months old, you know, when we came. Well, my family was kind of already here and just going back and forth. And crazy enough, like my family lived in New York.
Yeah.
And that's where I was supposed to be born at, but my mom had went home to visit, and like she got real sick, so the doctors wouldn't let her leave.
Okay.
Like they were like, her pregnancy with me was like real intense.
I got you.
For whatever reason. Well, we know now why. But yeah, the doctors wouldn't let her go, like fly back to New York. So yeah, she had to have me out there.
No, yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
New York ain't too bad, though.
Nah, New York ain't so bad. And then yeah, so I ended up moving to Houston from New York when I was like 4 years old.
Okay.
And spent the rest of my life there till I moved to LA.
What's Houston like? That's one place I haven't ever been.
Houston is a world of its own. Yeah, man, it's another world. It's
Okay.
Texas overall, let's say, because Texas is almost like another country.
Oh.
Well, technically it is. You know, Texas.
I've always thought that.
Yeah, no, it actually really was
on a legality kind of thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And Texas was Mexico.
Okay.
You know, it used to be Mexico, and Texas actually. I'll give y'all a little history. Texas was actually like several different quote unquote countries or republics or whatever. That's why Six Flags, you know how you have Six Flags?
Yeah.
That comes from Texas having had 6 different flags.
Really?
Yeah.
I never, because we got a Six Flags, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no.
that's the origin of the Six Flags. That's where it came from, because Texas had it had 6 different flags in its in its history.
No,
So,
that's sick. I never
yeah.
knew that before.
But yeah, all that to say, yeah, Texas is like another country. It's a world of its own. It's so big, like you can literally spend. I literally have done this. The first time I ever came to California, we drove, and it took us like 22
I drove
hours
from Jersey, bro. I know the drive.
from Jersey to here.
Yup.
That's crazy.
Hey, I needed this shit.
Yeah, and I felt, and that's how I felt though coming out here. We just wanted to like make that move because
Yeah.
me and my bro, we were making clothes and shit, and the manufacturers were in LA. We didn't have the same access to those type of manufacturers with the same quality and things like that in Houston.
No,
you
definitely
know?
not, yeah.
So, or if they were there, the people who knew them were gatekeeping, so they didn't want to put you on.
Yeah.
They'll like tell you like, yeah, we can, what you need done, like we'll get it done for you, but they wouldn't introduce you to
They'll
them,
be the
you know?
middleman, and they'll take their cut. Yeah.
So we ended up coming out here like, man, we about to just find these people ourselves. So we drove out here.
Before you started rapping, you were doing clothes. This was before that?
Well, I was already rapping.
Okay.
But at the time, all right, so I had started rapping. Me and my bro Beezy, we had started. We had a group together that we started rapping. Like right after high school, we started making music and shit, and just like making noise just in the hood, and doing little shows at parties, performing and doing freestyles and things like that, and dropping mixtapes. And we started buzzing like that. And then I had like kind of taken a step back.
Okay.
And then, because I wanted to figure out the business part of it. You know?
I see it.
I was
Okay.
like, you know what, bro, I'm about to be your manager. I'm not about to
I
rap.
see you.
That was my thing. Like, I actually was a manager
That's
for a
the
few
power
years.
fucking move, being both sides of it.
Exactly. And that's why now I'm like, I can't be beat, because like I understand both sides, even though of course I'm not like Diana. I don't understand it that well, like the business side of it. Right. I'm not a specialist, but I get it. Like I've been on that side. So even when it comes to having a manager or dealing with a manager, I try to make it as easy on them or as easy on her as possible.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like being on the other side and dealing with an artist or, having to deal with talent or
gives you a whole different
things like
perspective
that.
on it, and it gives you insight on what you need to be doing and why they're saying the things they should be saying or they are saying.
So to answer your question, this was during the time when I wasn't rapping and we started our clothing line. And that's how we started building on that. And, eventually I got back to being an artist and things like that. But I was already an artist, but at the time I was just, I guess, idle or dormant.
Is that your 8990?
Yes.
Oh,
that's 8990.
That's the research. Right there.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. Yeah, that's 8990.
That's our Jamie.
Shout out to Beezy.
There we go.
You come out here to LA. You're making clothes. When did you kind of transition back to the rapping?
Well, yeah, by the time I came to LA, I was already rapping again. That's really the main reason why I came out here.
Or my bad, when did you take it to that next level kind of thing?
2016.
Shit, okay.
That's when everything like kind of just shifted, because this is when I decided to like all right, I'm getting back into the rap shit and I'm gonna just focus on me, because like I always, and I still do this, like it's just my nature. Like I always put my energy into other people, or into like the cause. I'm always down for the cause or the team, like
picture,
right. And I put that before myself often. Like I said, I still would do it, and like, so that's kind of what that was. Just me, just wanting to, be down for the team and see the bigger picture and want to just contribute to that however I can beyond just my talent.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So. It got to a point where I just had to realize like, and it's funny, I have these revelations, I think like annually with myself, like, bro, you gotta focus on you. You know what I'm saying? She even tells me that sometimes, because I'm always just ready to like give somebody money or whatever, even if I don't have it like that, like I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah. If I got $100 and somebody asks for 50, I'm gonna give it to them, cause like shit. They need that 50 more than I need this whole 100. You know what I'm saying?
Make it back too.
Exactly. And so like, that's just my nature. But like, it gets to a point where you do realize like, if you're not pouring into yourself, you can't pour into anybody else.
That's a good way to put it.
You know what I'm saying? So
you can't pour your entire pitcher out and then think you're gonna keep pouring.
Right. Now you're empty.
Yeah.
Now
So
you got nothing left. So like, I just had to get to the point where, I was just like, man, I'm really nice. Like, and there was a lot of people like, bro, why are you not rapping? Like, why are you not making music? Like, you tripping, And one person I can say I'll never forget is Fresh. Shout out to Fresh. This is like, we weren't even that close back then. We were cool, but we weren't close like that, like how we are, now. He called me because he had heard that, I wasn't rapping. And he called me. He was like, nah, you tripping, cuz. Nah, bro. He was not trying to hear it. He was like, nah, you tripping, bro. Hell nah. He wasn't trying to hear it. And I was telling him, when I explained it to him, he was like, that makes sense. He was like, but still, bro, nah, you need to do that shit,
bro, real shit.
So after a while afterwards, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I might have told someone this, but I don't know if I've ever spoke on it publicly. What really did it for me, so random. It was a verse that I heard. It was a Lil Wayne verse on Big Sean's song. Big Sean got a song called Deep. And Lil Wayne's verse on that song was what, like, I don't know what it was. It could have been the drugs. I might have been lit at the time, but that shit hit me so hard. I was like, I gotta rap. You know what I mean? Because the way he just spoke as an MC, just the importance of being a fucking MC and just really rapping and like giving the world your talent and living in like what God put you here for. And cause I feel like when you have a gift and you don't utilize it to the max, you playing with God.
I like that.
Because a lot of people like wish they could do the shit, like
100%.
For me, I rap like, it's like walking for me, you know? So like when I rap and like put a verse together, like it would be people in the studio. Well, now I don't be having people in the studio, but at the time when I would have people in the studio, like I'll come in, do a verse or whatever, and they'll be like, bro, what the fuck? How'd you do that?
You're a beast.
I'm like, what you mean? That's what I just did. Thank you.
Bro,
you know?
for real,
And
though.
I'm like, this is what I do. Like, you know, but I understand also, like, because that's how I look at people who can do graffiti or like draw real good or play soccer, you know, or baseball.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I play basketball, and
Okay.
you know, people who play other sports probably think that's hard, but like I look at other sports like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yo, your cardio is
You know?
crazy for basketball.
Oh, yeah,
that's
for
what
sure.
killed me. I fucking both my knee. I
that'll
had
do
surgery
it.
surgery here from like blowing my knees out from basketball.
real?
Football never got hurt. Basketball, both of them blew out multiple times.
Man, basketball is so tricky because you're literally using every part of your body.
Bro, when you go up for a rebound, for me, I would like come down on someone's ankle and then the whole thing just goes.
You gotta know how to land, you know.
Yeah, you got to.
But also these new shoes, the way they make it, like you see the shoes are so low. I've seen this debate online too about like whether or not, and we probably getting off topic, but like
Fuck it.
I've seen this debate about like whether or not it's the shoes that are the reason why everybody's like tearing their ACLs and shit like that. And I think that has something to do with
No,
it.
100%.
Because they used to hoop in high top Air Force Ones, like
No one wore low tops.
man, they was hooping in Chuck Taylors. You know?
Ooh,
The high
that's way
top with
back.
the-
That's way back.
you know, all
You
the
remember
way
you
up.
guys remember those shoes that they had the pump on the tongue?
Oh, the Reeboks.
I heard
yeah.
about those.
The Reebok
they,
pumps.
they would add air into you.
Yeah, and make it tighter. And they
Yeah.
were all the way up here.
Does that work? That worked, right? Or was
It
that a
had to.
novelty thing?
I feel like it worked for something. I don't know.
I always wore my hyper.
It could have just been
Hyperflexes,
advertising.
Hyper dunks.
You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
Hyper dunks, hyper flights.
You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about?
Hell yeah.
That's what I wore all high school.
Yeah, like, man, I remember low shoes. That would have never been allowed. Like,
The Kobe's were the first low top shoe, I think, that was really around. And
yeah,
then Kyrie's.
actual low top.
Yeah, and then Kyrie's.
Like, I remember when even Adidas came out with the Pro models. Those were lower than everybody was used to, but it wasn't
it
as
still
low
wasn't
as
like a cut,
right,
like a cleat.
You know, and even that was like, whoa, what are we doing here? But now they're like, the shoes are like ankle sock height, and it's crazy. You know, I don't even know how we got on this subject.
I don't know, but there was our sports talk right there.
yeah.
Let's get back to the music, though.
Yes.
So, you're in LA, you're
Yeah.
grinding it out, you meet Diana.
Yes.
How does that whole thing flourish and bloom and blossom to what it's at now?
So I met Diana. The first time I met her, I performed at one of her mixers. I want
Out
to say
here?
it was one of the first ones she did. Was it the first one or like the second one? It was one of the first ones she had done out here. I hadn't met her before, like prior to that, but my boy Fresh, they knew each other from back in the day, like from Atlanta.
I think was he ever at any of the? I
Yeah.
think I might remember.
Yeah, you've seen Fresh before for sure. Well, he used to go by Short Dog, so you know what I'm saying. Shout out to
Rebrand.
Shout. Yeah, big rebrand. So I had a song I used to do with him when I first moved out here. I had a song called Dearly Beloved that was like, it was just real turned up.
Yeah.
And he was on it also, so we used to do it. Like if I had a show, he'd come and we'd do it, or like if he had a show, he'll bring me out to do it. So we ended up doing that at one of her events, and she was just like, I fuck with the campaign, you know, and that honestly, that was just how we met each other.
Yeah.
You know, and I didn't even know she was rocking with the campaign like that at
And
the
you
time.
know
She didn't come up to me like,
You know
yo.
those skills as well, that side of it. So
Yeah. But I didn't know who she was. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know who she was. I just like, who's this chick, you know, from Atlanta? Like this white girl just lit in the rap world. And she was so comfortable too. Like I remember when I met her, she was just like sitting down like the fucking the queen of the underworld, and like it was like a couch. It was a bunch of people. She was just in the middle, just smoking. She was like, I was like, yeah, you Squalla. She's like, yo, whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right. But you know, fast forward, we ended up meeting again, like, cause we ended up like. Well, it came to the point where we realized we had mutual friends.
Gotcha.
So we would run into each other like after that, you know, we probably ran into each other before that, but just didn't know. But now we were acquainted, so we run into each other, be like, oh, what's up? And then like we would end up just in certain places together at the same time. And then we found out we lived like around the corner from each other.
that's always crazy when that
Yeah.
happens.
And so it was like a group of us. We had like a big group, not a big group, but like a group of friends. But everybody was like, you know, in the industry. You know how it is, like being out here, like everybody on the come up, living in North Hollywood, like you gonna have your circle and shit. So it was like that, and we ended up just kicking it all the time and going out and things like that. And then how me and her really got cool was like, we were the smokers.
Yeah.
So we'd be out.
That's how it is.
Right. And we were the only ones that smoked weed. So like we'd always just end up ducked off somewhere or like having to go outside somewhere or, you know, go smoke. So, and you know, the best conversations, you can make a friend off a weed conversation from just one, literally. You know, so from
some
like
of my closest friends. Like,
exactly. So after like months of like, you know, consistently seeing each other and kicking it like that, it was like, that's when she was like, you should come to Sync and distribute there. Cause I was just distributing through TuneCore. I had a manager at the time.
Good old TuneCore.
Good old TuneCore. Shout out to Oscar, by the way. That was my manager at the time. You know, that's still my dog too. Like it was, you know, it didn't end like on no crazy shit. I ended up going to Sync to distribute there. And then eventually it turned into like, she was like, you know, I probably should be a manager. And I was like, you probably should.
There you go.
That's not a bad idea. Cause I feel like I've hinted at it and I was never gonna press it. And I wasn't honestly like tripping on it because I understand when if it happens, it happens. If it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen.
It's gotta be natural.
You know?
You can't force it.
So if you try to force it, and then actually I remember always hearing her like, God, this guy just asked me to manage him. I'm not trying to manage anybody else.
You're like, oh,
you know? So I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to mention that shit, you know? But I feel like I might have thrown it out there before, like, you know, you should be my manager, you know, just jokingly or whatever. But, you know, eventually it ended up happening. And we've been rocking since then, man.
There you go.
So where did your name Squalla come from? I feel like it's a wild story for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like, and there's a secondary name too. Like, what was it? I have it here. Papa G.
Papa G. Papa G is actually first. Oh, because that's actually my government name. And that used to be my rap name.
Okay.
But all right, so
you moved safer now.
Yeah.
Switch out the name.
Papa G was like, that's what like was kind of my nickname just naturally from my real name. Yeah. You know? And I just went by that when I started rapping. But Squalla came from, like I said, I used to play basketball. My AAU coach.
Good old fucking AAU.
Yeah. Shout out to Coach Byron, man. My AAU coach, Coach Byron, he was like the head coach of the whole program that I played for. He just old country dude, man. He used to always give everybody a nickname. Everybody had a nickname of some sort, like the most random nicknames, right? So like I said, my name's Papa, so he would call me Pop Squally. That was where it came from. Like if I scored or something, or if I'm coming off the court, Pop Squally, like that was how he used to, you know,
wipe up as fuck.
Right. So like that went from Pop Squally to like everybody calling me Squally to like Squalla. It just got shorter and shorter because you know we in the South, everybody short with their words and just lazy with the tongue. So they gonna make shit as short as they can.
Yeah.
So it went from Pop Squally to Squally to Squalla.
Okay.
And then that just was like one thing, like everybody just in the hood or just, you know, my friends would call me and it was just Squalla. And then like when I was rapping, mind you, I'm still going by Papa G. That was my official rap name. But I would be like, I'll get on the track. Before I got on the track, I'd be like, Squalla. I would just say it. Like I still do it.
Ad-lib pretty much. Yeah.
I still do that shit. But like, that's what I would do for, I don't even know why. And that always stuck. And then people would come up to me like, Squalla. And then like, I remember one day, me and my homie Shandar, shout out to Shandar, man. This was my very first show I did out here. He booked me for that show. I met him at a party, and then he was like, man, I got this. And you know, we ended up, it was crazy how it went. And then I ended up doing a show at this spot in fucking Studio City. I don't even remember what it was called, but I remember Dwayne Martin owned it. It was so random. But we did the show, and it was lit. And then they called me back to do it like the next month, I think, something like that, or a couple weeks later. And I don't know, something in me was just like, man, I'm in LA. I need to just change. I just wanted to change and just do something different. Like that's when I grew my hair out when I moved out here. I moved out here with a fade.
Okay.
I had a low fade with waves. My last haircut was when I like a few months after I moved out here. And then I grew my shit out. So I've been growing my shit since then. It's been 7 years, 8 years. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My shit's tied up right now, but if I let it down, I'm all the way down here. It's crazy.
Damn, bro.
But yeah, I did the show, and then the second show came, and some reason before the show, it's like, I feel like my angels or like somebody or something just comes and talks to me at the most random times and gives me these like epiphanies where I'm just like, all right. So like, something came at me. It was like, man, you should change your name to Squalla, like your official rap name, right? And I was like, should I? And it's just me talking to myself, just going like trying to reason it. And then like I started just going around, and I told my boy Shanda, I was like, yo, what you think about me changing my name, like my official name, to Squalla, you know, instead of Papa G? He was like, man, that's cool, that's fire. And I was like, all right. Let's go ask people. So we just went around the club asking everybody.
That's fire.
We just go asking random people, what you think is a better rap name, Papa G or Squalla? You know, I'm just asking people.
People think of Papa Doc and shit.
Right. So like, because for me, at the end of the day, this thing that we do is not just for us.
Yeah.
You know, like it starts within us and it's for us as far as like to decide whether or not you believe in what you're doing and whether or not you love what you're doing before people love it, you know. But by the time you're sure about what you're doing, then you have to consider what people think, you know. So now I'm asking people like, you know, what you think, and like the vote, the majority, Squalla won. So I
like
fuck
the
it,
name.
you know.
I like that shit.
Yeah. So yeah, the name Squalla came from Coach Byron. Shout out to Coach Byron. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brandon and Byron too, the BJ, them his sons, them my homies.
So I got a question, bro. Do you write your own songs, your own lyrics?
Yeah. And other people's as well.
So there you fucking go. So one of the most difficult part, like one of the most inspirational parts for me, or like just mind blowing for me, is going from just a beat to having lyrics to it, to putting it all together.
My God.
And I used to love being in the studio
That's the
watching
most
you guys
part
do
of
it
this shit.
from A to Z. Like,
listen, that's my favorite part of all of this shit.
bro.
Because I swear to God, people probably think I'm like crazy or weird, or they be like, man, this man lit. But like, I'll be in the studio after we finish the song and I'll be like, do y'all know we just made magic?
Literally.
You know, because I preach that shit all the time. Like, bro, like for real, if you think about it, like we started with silence. Fuck the beat. We ain't even have a beat.
Yeah.
We started with silence.
Literally.
Then we had a sound. Then we had a few sounds.
Couple notes
Now we
in
got
there.
a whole beat.
Fucking
Then
crazy.
we had some words. Now we got a hook. Then we got verses. Now we got ad libs and background vocals and all type of shit. Now we have a whole song, a record. Like something that's really gonna change, that can change people's emotions, make them dance, make them cry, make them smile, whatever. That came from silence.
Yeah.
That's magic, bro. If it's not, somebody got to show me what is.
Bro, I've never
Because
heard it put that way. But
I
that's
really
fucking
feel
gold.
like that's magic, bro.
That is magic. That
real.
is.
So like when we make music, that's my favorite. I'm so glad you asked that because that's literally my favorite part of making music, like the creative part at least. Before it gets to performing or any of that, like
That might be one of the
creating
most important creative parts.
that,
Like,
bro, is magical.
Yeah,
it's really magical. And the feeling too that you get once you've done it and you play it back. Cause me, once I finish the song, I gotta listen to it in the headphones in the booth all the way through. Then I come out and hear it out loud just to be sure. I'm like,
Yo, you got
we
the
just
studio
did something.
check and then you got the ride home check.
Oh, we have every check.
You better
Ride
send
home
me
check,
that shit. Yo.
AirPods check,
Yo.
speakerphone check,
Yeah.
laptop check, like in my own home studio, speakers check, like every check. Even like it gets to, especially if I know I'm actually gonna put a record out, I'm gonna go to a club like you know, one of
Test
my
that
homies
out.
DJing. I want to hear it in those speakers.
Yeah.
You know, I want to hear it like depending on what type of song it is too. Like if I made like, let's say I made like this new record I'm putting out in a couple weeks. It's a Afrobeat song. So while I'm listening to that, I'm about to go listen to a Burna Boy song after that, or Wizkid, like whoever's the best in that. You know, if I'm doing a rap song, like some hard rap, like bars, I'm about to listen to it next to a Kendrick song, or you know, if it's like rap with melodies, I'm gonna listen to it next to a Travis song.
Yeah.
Not that I want to sound like them, but I just want to make sure the sound is at least up to par with the best sounding shit. You know, and I learned that from Kanye West. That's what he does.
Back in the day, he would. I don't know about anymore. I'm not a big fan of his music anymore. I stay out of the politics side 100%, but just on the music sense.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big fan of like his music now, but those old hits, bro, they were fucking.
It's magical.
The college dropout days.
All that shit. A lot of that shit is the reason why I rap.
Yo, and he started out as a producer at Rock Nation and worked up to that.
Rockefeller.
What was
before
it?
they were Rock Nation.
Wait.
Rockefeller.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know what I'm going.
You guys have built this up so much now. It's like we want to hear something. So is there any way?
What we doing? You want me to rap?
Rap that shit.
I got bars. Shit. I said, okay, let's get it then. Fuck them niggas. We on a money mission. On some other shit, I'm moving different. Getting that bread, fed each other, whatever sending them. They been catching on to my lines, now I'm a real man. Niggas dropping trash, they littering, that's really inconsiderate. Got a freak in my denims, grabbing a snake, trying to suck out the venom. My blunt lit up in the top off, swear to God I can't fall off, I'm not y'all. Got bars like San Quentin, niggas be some bras in they damn feelings. Going back and forth over the net like badminton. My wrist in my hand, frigid, I'm bringing the fam with me. Square business, gotta keep it pippin', no square business. I'm rare with it, 30,000 feet in the air with it. I dare nigga tell me that it's something I can't get. I might hop up out a fast whip with a bad bitch, dark skin, light skin, switch them like Aunt Viv. Fucking we ain't making amends. Tell me what I said that offended you so I can say it again. I'm in my zone, I ain't making new friends. I be booted up, rolling like I'm skating with Tims, but what you know about it? Keep it cordial, little get gangster, but how you wanna go about it? They ain't wanna let me in the door, I had to kick it down, got it figured out, I been him, I'm still that nigga now. Try to kick me out, but I'ma stick around, nigga, if it's up, then it's really up.
My fucking boy. That's how you fucking do it.
I'm kind of drunk, I fucked a couple words.
No, you fucking
That was some flowing right there.
So, was that freestyle or is that an upcoming?
Nah, that's something that that's something that I'm dropping next year.
Bro.
Yeah.
Y'all better get excited for that one.
Yeah, I got some.
Y'all better tease them with that one.
Yeah, because the people, I don't even like to call them fans, man. Like, the community that fucks with me, like, that been fucking with me from the jump, like, they like the bars. You know, I've veered off into other genres and sounds and styles and shit over the years, and like I said, the Afrobeat thing, that's kind of a new thing for me, but I'm African, so this was always kind of part of the plan. Like, I always planned to venture off beyond hip-hop to do other things, especially like make African music. Like, that was always part of my plan.
I love that sound.
You know,
like you said, Burna Boy's
killing it right now. Or
yeah, shout out to all those guys, man. Burna Boy, what's dude name? Spyro.
Oh, I've heard him.
Rima. It's a lot, man. Really, Afrobeats is like one of the biggest genres right now. Like, between that and like the Latin music, like worldly music is what's killing right now. Because, bro, people are tired. Everybody don't want to hear about like somebody sliding on their ops all day, man. Like, that shit.
I could listen to that all day.
I can't listen to it all day. I had to live it my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm cool on that shit. Like, even in my raps, like, I don't rap about violence or, you know, like, I don't talk, because it's like, for what? I don't even talk about like selling drugs and trapping and shit. Well, now with this new project, I kind of get into that a little bit because, well, shit, statute of limitations, you know what I'm saying?
That
so
shit's
like,
up.
I never like, I was the type that I never wanted to talk about certain things or do that if like I'm actually doing that. Cause it's like, you're just setting yourself up for trouble. You know what I'm saying? So like, when I was doing certain things, I never made music that related to that or, you know, that reflected it.
And then once you're out of that, you don't want to get back in.
Oh, that's just over with, you know? So like, that's another reason why I fuck with Diana too, because that was one thing that she said to me, like, this was like some years ago when I was kind of still active. She was like, you can't be doing none of that shit. I can't work with you. If
she's investing her time, maybe financially.
She's like, bro, we work too hard for you to just like get in trouble and fuck it all up, like on some stupid shit, or like, she's like, the money's gonna come, like, you know, things like that. So like,
bro, look at Casanova, that whole situation.
Look at everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing too, like, even like with, you know, personal friends that I have that, you know, went through things, or even like family members, things like that. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah.
You know,
no, literally.
If I see it, I'm like, all right, I ain't gonna do that. You know, that's not the way to go. Even if you do, like, you're gonna take risks. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Life is about taking risks, but also you have to always be smart and be calculated.
Calculated
Because you
risks.
get to the point once you take certain risks and and it goes your way, you start to feel untouchable. I never let myself feel untouchable.
Speaking of Wolf of Wall Street.
Exactly. So then that's the thing. Like I learned these things, and this is why I've been able to like maneuver through life without ever getting in like any real trouble or catching no cases or anything like that. I ain't got a bunch of baby mamas. Like, I'm cool, and I'm happy with myself too. Like, I know a lot of people who are way more successful than me. Well, I won't even say that, because success is, it's about how you look at it,
yeah.
So like, they might be, as far as how I look at shit, like as being an artist and things like that, they're more successful and further off and, more wealthy financially and things like that, but they're not happy.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier the Lil Wayne song that got you going, right? I think I read somewhere that it was Method Man and Biggie were big influences as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, like I said, having, well, I didn't grow up in New York, but being in New York like the first few years of my life.
I got it. Wait, sorry to interrupt. I just put it together. The Apple is an homage to New York.
The Apple. No, actually, that's crazy.
Yo.
This guy. Well, the Apple that's really crazy because
I'm sorry to cut you off, but we'll go back to that question. But I just thought I put it together, and I guess I didn't.
Well, you kind of did, but didn't at the same time, because the Apple, where I grew up at in Houston, I grew up in a community called A-Leaf, and that used to be the logo in A-Leaf. Like, well, they changed it like officially, but the logo, the A-Leaf logo, it was an A with an apple on the inside. So that's why I have that. I don't know. Did you see the tattoo? Where'd you see that at? Where'd you see that?
Yo, what you be looking at?
How did you see the apple?
Hey.
Oh, I don't know. Did I have that in my bio or something?
It's on your IG, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the apple is, but it's funny because for me, I always adopted the apple even more because of New York also. Because like, I remember growing up when I was in like elementary school and middle school, I used to be like, man, I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my thing. Like, I used to be, I'm from New York, man. But, growing, like, eventually as I got older, I learned to embrace Houston and realize, like, you're not from New York. You've been in Houston your whole life. And I just, like, I adapted to the culture and I just fell in love with it, really. And it made me who I am, really. Like, the good and the bad. All the things that I've seen and went through, like I said, with learning from people's mistakes, but at the same time, I also learned a lot of good things too.
Yeah.
I was able to take the good and the bad and just, make
that perfect
become
formula.
who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm still figuring it out too. Every day I'm still figuring life out.
You wouldn't have gotten to this point without all that other shit going on too.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like, that's why I love Houston. Like, even though I don't live there anymore, that's still home. And, there's no place like it, man. There's no place like H-Town.
I've always wanted to go to Texas.
You should.
I like Texas.
It's a great time. Whether you go to Houston, you go to Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, it's going to be a great time. Even other towns like El Paso, the border towns, you can have some fun over there.
I had a buddy who just did a club in El Paso.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a homie from Laredo, actually. Shout out GT Garza. I actually did a song with him a couple years ago. He's a rapper, Mexican rapper, Texican rapper. I don't know which one. I know Texican is a thing, but I don't know if he identifies like that. But I know he's a Mexican rapper from Texas, like from the border, and super dope, super talented, super cool. Yeah, shout out to GT Garza, man. That's how I even know about Laredo.
Hell yeah.
I knew about like El Paso and like other like small towns, but Laredo, that's where they have like the border and like border patrol and things like that.
Isn't that close to it?
Yeah. Sure. We actually got stopped by border patrol before. That was fun.
How did that go? How the fuck did that go?
What's crazy? This is when I learned that people are really out here doing it big. Cause this is like 10 years ago. So whatever, we can talk about it. So like, I was with a couple of friends and like one of them, you know what's crazy? Honestly, I wasn't even in on this. I just wanted to roll, you know? This was the first time we came to LA. Like, remember, I was talking about clothes and things like that, but I had one friend that was with us that was like, man, trying to get some of that Cali weed and take that shit back. So I'm like, all right, brother, we gonna get some weed. So like,
Make some money.
right. So he ended up getting a little something, come back. We on the way back, we made it all the way back to Texas. So we like, oh shit, it's good. We were literally like in El Paso, like a little bit of outside of El Paso. Here it come. Whoop! I'm like, oh fuck, we're going to jail. We all going down. They about to kill us. Texas, you never know. You might not make it out of that situation alive.
Real
you
shit.
know what I'm saying? So like, we like, fuck. And they like, asking the routine questions. Any guns, bro? We like, nah, we ain't got nothing. They bring the dogs out. The dogs smell that shit immediately. That's why when I seen the shepherd, I was like, fuck him. No, I'm just playing. Shout out Loki. But I was like, even when I brought the weed, remember he smelled, I was like, you are a real shepherd. But they sniffed that shit out. And then they ended up, getting us out the car. But my boy, I'm not gonna say his name. Shout out to him, no. If he does see this,
Yeah, real
I fuck
one.
with you, bro, for life. You already know that. He was like, yeah, that's mine, but they still cuffed us all, took us in this little fucking booth they had or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they was like, how much weed y'all got? If y'all don't have like 200 pounds, we not really tripping. I was like,
He's 200?
I don't even think we have 200 grams.
200?
Yeah, because this wasn't like a play. Bro was just grabbed like a couple ounces and shit.
No, but 200 pounds seems like a large
200
number to
pounds
start at.
is a whole lot of weed.
That's like,
So I'm like,
I've seen 100. I've never
said-
seen 200. And
Bro.
that's not me moving. That's just seeing it.
dude, and I've like, bro was like, I was like, 200 pounds? Did he just say that? Like, man, shit, y'all get everything y'all want in this motherfucker. So they ended up finding it, whatever, and they didn't let, they were about to arrest bro, but they ended up, they called the DA and was just telling them, like, what's going on. DA was like, man, let them go.
Yeah.
So by the grace of God, as always,
Yo.
I got so many stories like that, like how God just kind of was like, I got you, little bro,
Yo.
and just got away with some shit. Bro, I've literally, listen, I'm so glad I don't live like that anymore.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest blessings in life, honestly, now is just like,
You don't got to keep looking over your shoulder.
man, you don't have to worry about like, bro, I used to have my heart pounding for like a whole day, just going through certain situations or going through motions. Like, it's some things I still can't really say, but like just knowing the shit that I've gotten away with, God is really on my side. And that's why, and I'm not even a religious person. I'm like more on the spiritual side, but
feel
I
that.
do talk about God a lot because I know there's an entity that exists that
Yeah.
makes everything fucking happen.
No,
you know?
you don't want to get tied down by one or
Yeah,
another.
so
but
however you want to,
define that
yeah,
shit.
that's on you. But I just say God because that's the most general way that people can identify with something that's making this shit move.
Yeah.
Because whatever that he or she is,
Something's out
that
there.
force is fucking with me for sure.
There you go. It's protecting you for this.
Yeah.
For the,
It's
bro.
them brought me here in front of you. In front
I was
of
gonna
y'all.
say keep your that career what you're
in this
building.
space,
you know?
man. Like, fuck the career, bro. Like, I'm actually like happy, you
Yeah.
know. And for a while, there was a time I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we was talking about earlier, like being on Xans and shit. Like, I was a fucking mummy, bro, for a long time, and I thought it was lit and I thought it was up. But then when you go back and finally come to Earth, you're like, bro, you weren't even here,
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
And then
Yeah,
even
no.
once I moved to LA, I had a dark time like that. You know, I listened to my old project. Well, it's not that old. It came out 2 years ago. It's called Sedatives.
Okay.
But that was pretty much something I had been working on for like pretty much from like around when COVID started up until that time. And I was like, ooh, this shit is dark. I was in a dark hole, you know, and you don't realize it when you're in it. It's
Yeah,
like in a hurricane, the safest place to be in a hurricane is right in the middle of it, in the eye of the storm, you know? So like, and that's pretty much how it is when you're living in chaos, because you don't see it. You're just in it. And I honestly feel like that's another reason why, like, God made me like have my child, because it's crazy enough. Like I said, like those years when I was on that shit, like I can't really remember anything. Everything with her is vivid. Everything with her, like that's my only vivid memories during those times is like my times with my kid.
So many people talk about that, how it just changes their entire fucking life.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I had to stop because I'm like, bro, I'm really gonna like fuck around and not be here for her if I keep tripping and moving like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, and it's like I said, man, there's something that talks to me in different ways. You know, it's like I said, I don't go to church, I don't go to therapy or things like that. I talk to my ancestors, you know, and
You
I
don't
talk
need
to the
those
spirits.
external things.
Yeah, they talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, like anytime, even when I crash out, it don't take long for me. Somebody gonna be like, boy, you tripping. And I'm like, fuck, I'm tripping. You know, I can look myself in the mirror and be like, you was tripping. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
what makes a man a man.
Method Man and Biggie.
Method Man.
I say,
This
I know
guy.
We are having to wrap though.
Yeah, no, we don't want to make you late.
Yeah, I know you have a session. We're gonna have you back on because this is getting
100%.
cut short. But Method
No,
Man,
100%.
Biggie, and then I have a question about the junk truck, and then we can get out of here.
Yeah, so Method Man, Biggie, like I said, just, you know, growing up in New York or being in New York, I always, oh damn, it's crazy how we veered off, because I was talking about how like even living in Houston, I'm from New York, because I just loved everything about New York, you know, just growing, you know, New Yorkers
Coast,
are proud as fuck. Like New Yorkers are some of the most proud people on earth.
They are.
You know, so like I had that mentality. I loved everything about New York. So like even like my older brothers, they kind of grew up there. So they were pretty much New Yorkers. By the time we moved to Houston, they were in their teens. But you know, they had already spent a good amount of time
started
there.
to grow up.
So, you know, they were listening to all type of New York. I didn't listen to chopped and screw music until like high school. I hated that shit my whole life because I had this New York, you know, this back in the day before New York accepted the South, and they hated that chopped and screw shit. They're like, this shit's stupid.
Yeah.
So I grew up listening to Method Man, Redman, Wu-Tang, Biggie, fucking 50 Cent before he got shot.
There we fucking go.
Pharoah Monch, like Nas. Nas is still one of my favorite rappers to this day, like of all time. You know, like all type of just real New York shit. You know, like Lost Boys. Like I was listening to I can go like in the trenches of New York rap. Like it's crazy.
You think Lloyd Banks is one of the most underrated lyricists out there?
I would say no, because the real rap heads appreciate him.
I fucking appreciate it.
The real rap heads appreciate Lloyd
Not saying I'm a
Banks.
real rapper,
you know, he's like somebody like King Los or like Royce the
Yo,
5'9".
I forgot about-
You know, like these are people who like are some of the best rappers bar for bar ever.
Yeah.
But like the world don't see it like that because they didn't have that song that made them realize that, or they didn't have that moment. But like in the rap world, people know what's up. Like these are the same people who like now, you know, they listening to Freddie Gibbs and, you know, Kendrick Lamar, he's a little mainstream now, but he's still a rap. The
like the
hip
old
hop heads
Kendrick.
love the old
Remember
Kendrick. That's
A8?
what I'm saying.
Yo, remember A8, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Section 80, man. Like I still listen to that. I still listen to old Kendrick. The OD
Or
mixtape.
A1.
I
My
still.
bad, not A8, A1.
What you talking about?
The Kendrick song, A1. I like A1.
ADHD.
ADHD also, but all those fucking old songs were fucking...
Yeah, and see, that's my thing. Like my favorite era of music, of rap, still is like the blog era. Like that was kind of when I was coming up and when I started. Like even like people like Maxo, like that's my boy. You know, we kind of started out together. You know what I mean? Like I'm on Maxo's first mixtape. You go listen to his first mixtape. That's when I was Papa G still. It's gonna say Papa G, not Squalla. You know, but yeah. So like just that era of. It was that was a special time, man. Even especially being in Houston, it was a great time to be a rapper and be like a young, getting money, up and coming, like, and you know, like even like people like who else blew up out of there? Kurt Cobain's, that's my dog. You know what I'm saying?
He had a
we
moment.
all started together. You know, it's really crazy. Like shout out to who else was lit, turning up around there. Propane doing his thing. Shit, Beezy turned up. He's DJing and shit now, but it's a lot of it was a lot. Oh shit, Les is lit. You know, Les is one of the first people who like gave me a platform when he didn't need to. I didn't even know him at the time.
You got to respect those people.
Man, and to this day, no matter what, he probably is like, whatever. But like, I'm thankful for that because this is when I first started buzzing out there, and he had like a big show. He had a big following. His shows be sold out. He had like a big show he did, and he like invited me to come be on the show. We had never spoke before that.
Hell
I was
yeah,
like,
bro.
damn. That's dope, you know, and that's love. So like, shout out to Les. He's still killing it too with the steak and shrimp. One of the dopest brands, and like just real indie. You know, I know y'all like the indie shit. Like when you talk about indie, Les is one of the guys that's really, really killing it on that side. Like he got a whole store they just opened up in Houston. Well, I don't know when they opened, but they opened up a whole like actual brick and mortar store.
All the Houston rappers all seem to, and I know we got to end, but all the Houston rappers,
We could talk a little.
all those Houston rappers
We got 10.
are so much better at their business. I feel like
But that's how Houston rap was built.
like,
you know,
or Texas in general, but Houston
Yeah.
specifically as well. Like
we watched these guys, man. We used to see these guys like as kids. We used to see them outside selling their CDs.
Yeah.
Like I remember seeing Riff Raff at the mall all the time.
fucking riff rap.
Riff Raff used to be at the mall all the time selling his CDs. Same with Slim Thug, Lil Flip,
Bruh.
Kiki. All these guys used to be outside, like literally out the trunk, selling
forgot about
CDs,
Slim
selling
Thug,
shirts.
too.
And then they'll do shows. I remember seeing one thing. RP to Beat King. He's one person that really showed us like how to really like be successful as an artist,
Yeah.
even without being famous. Like how to make money in music.
They all,
you know, he's like,
everybody
bro,
seems to be
get these
making money out
shows,
there.
do shows, sell merch, clothes and shit like that. And he had that figured out before he blew up. Like he was just doing it like on the local level, like in the
Yeah.
city, but making money. I'm watching this man make real paper, legal money. I'm like, what the fuck? He's making like more money than some of the dope boys, and like from music though. And that shit blew my mind. Like, and that was some of the things that made me realize like, oh, this is real. Like seeing people like him early on just really do it, and you know, and then like even later on another level, like when I started hanging around Fresh and coming out here and going to Atlanta and being around certain people, and I'm like, yo, y'all living like this off of music? And that made me like, all right, let me get in the studio. Let me get my ass in the studio like and it got to the point where I was in the studio every single day.
Bro, that's how it's going.
Every day. Or at least if I did not go certain days, it's because my engineer wasn't available, or maybe we went out or something, but like I'm in there at least 5 days a week for like, I'd say like 5 years. I was in the studio at least 5 days a week.
Bro, the studio, it's called Do For Self. Like it's the Do For Self team, but their studio, it's directly beneath Dream Chasers with Meek Mill.
Yeah.
We lived in there for like 2 months straight, pretty much, just like
You have to lock in, bro.
Fucking stop. Like,
But this is what I be telling people, like when they hear the music and there's like it's so seamless, or like even when I do shows and things like that, I'm like, bro, this is like a decade of practice, bro.
Yeah.
I've been in artist development for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like everything I've been worked like intentionally crafting this shit.
and you've been learning both sides of it too.
Yeah. Even when it comes to performing, like I still will go on my phone or on the TV, even or on my computer, and watch like old Busta Rhymes performances, you know, old Jay-Z performances, Mac Miller, like just people who I know are like some of the best performers. I watch this shit. I study it like game tape.
Mac
you know
was
what
a
I'm
good
saying?
performer. I never
Mac
knew that.
Miller was a great performer.
Did not know that.
Hell yeah.
Amazing artist, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't know
Mac
that.
Miller is one of my favorite artists. I got his logo tatted on me. I don't know where it's at. It's somewhere, but I have it on me on my arm.
Nice.
The kids logo.
He-
But yeah, man, and this is something I just want people to understand, or need people to understand, like, bro, you just gotta put the work in, man.
You gotta put the work
You have to
in.
put the work in, and don't give up on yourself. You know, I had a friend tell me this the other day. I've had a few friends say this actually, like people that I like did music with back in the day, who actually like they were probably more talented than I am, but they stopped.
It's that
And
work
like
ethic.
now it's like I'm like, and they're like, bro, damn, you didn't stop. I'm like, yeah, that's the only difference is I didn't fucking stop, and I'm never going to.
There you go.
Like nothing's gonna stop this shit. You know, it's me and 50 Cent is my favorite rapper, well, second favorite rapper of all time. He said, "Get rich or die trying." That should change my life. I used to be fat until that album came out.
Really, I couldn't see that honestly.
I was a fat kid.
I
had 50 Cent poster on my wall. The Get Rich or Die Trying cover. He had
what was it?
The first one. He had the Gucci gun holster with the do rag to match, and he was just jacked. I had a poster on my wall. By the time I got to high school, I was cut. I was like, I'm about to be buff like 50. 50 told me do sit-ups to get buff.
Yeah, everybody had that shit. I had the Beg for Mercy one up, bro.
Oh, man. I literally just listened to that album the other day. I was in the car. I was like, man, I want to hear some gangster shit.
Bro,
I put on Beg for Mercy.
Like that shit.
Bro, and that's the thing. I still listen. Like, I'll listen to new shit. Like, I'll give it a spin. Every time some new shit come out, I'll listen to it. But most new albums I only listen to once.
Bro, the past 2020, I don't even listen to pretty much. Like the newest music is like,
it's a couple
I listen to like Jay
albums,
Guapo and shit pretty much.
I don't even know who that is.
Bro, New York Bull, like underneath Pop Smoke back.
Are you from the East Coast?
I'm from Jersey originally.
Ah, what part?
South Jersey, like 20 minutes outside of Philly.
For real?
Yeah.
Where?
Medford Lake specifically.
I have people in Willingboro.
I know Willingboro. I know Willingboro real fucking well.
609. That's my.
My number's 856, bro.
I'm gonna get my boy to come up here, man.
Yeah, no.
Man, you probably met him, Mike Zombie. You know Mike Zombie?
Yeah, I remember Zombie.
He's from Jersey.
I forgot about that shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we be out there fucking around.
Yo, I wonder if they know,
from
like,
South Jersey,
bro.
Crazy.
I'm literally from 2 towns over from him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. I wonder if they know like Tyler and shit.
Ooh,
Because he's
Tyler?
Sean Fury, Tyler Prince.
Oh, I thought
Tyler Prince. Tyler Prince is like
they're
both
actors. They're
actors in the fitness
he
world, but
probably knows them.
they're both from that. Like
knows
Sean's
everybody
from
from fucking Jersey.
Willingboro, Mount Holly area.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's why they probably potentially know
He's
each
an
other.
actor.
Fitness guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, bro. That, it's a town only so big.
No,
so
it's just, they small.
anybody out of there that's doing things, they know each other. Even people from like North Jersey, like their Jersey is.
No, Tyler did artist management before coming out here.
For real?
So yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. I'm gonna have to connect y'all, man. Shout out to the Jersey family.
Nah, we do
and New York, man. I still got a lot of family in NYC.
That tri-state different, bro.
Yeah,
it's different.
Yeah, tri-state is something else, man.
But no,
I couldn't live out there though.
I don't want to make you late for your session, bro. But
yeah, I'm already late. Don't
I got 2 things to get from you.
The session's late for me.
There you go. But no, 2 things to tell people. What new music do you have coming out? A, and B, what's the song that you want those people to go listen to? What's your favorite song that you think is going to connect with the audience most?
Man, so favorite song that I would say for people to go listen to now, I still say Hell Nah, because that's a song that
I remember that shit.
everybody fucking loves that song. I made that song like just fucking around, and it ended up becoming a whole thing.
It's a whole anthem.
Yeah, and people love it. Like I have people literally book me just for that song, which is crazy. And it's dope, but that's cool.
Don't complain.
I ain't mad at it, but so I'd say Hell Nah. Go check out Hell Nah. We still haven't shot a video. We're actually gonna remix that next year, and yeah, we're gonna we'll talk about.
I'm gonna
that.
text you.
Yeah, for sure. And then also, right now I'm about to drop in how long?
October 24th.
How long? October 24th. I got a new song coming out. That's the Afrobeat one I was talking about. It's called Vampire.
That should be dropping right as this is dropping. Actually, I think.
What as?
perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you dropped the 24th.
So that's called Vampire, and then we about to get back on the road. So
You got any shows coming
I'm
up?
back active. Yeah, I'm actually doing 2 shows back to back at LSU for
Ooh.
my birthday.
That's gonna be fun, bro.
Yeah. So well, my birthday's November 2nd. We got a show. We got one Halloween, and then we have one on the 1st of November. So that's gonna be super dope. Yeah, I've been like really just chilling, man. Like I haven't been performing, I ain't been putting out music or anything like that. I kind of just been, enjoying like human life.
Yeah.
It's funny. I be telling Dan, I be like I just be out. I be like, damn, this is like people, you know, like just civilians just living life. This is crazy, just being among it, because we're in another world, you know, as an entertainer.
100%.
You're in another world. Like, I remember being on tour, and like one day we were in, I want to say we were in Detroit, and it was like 5 p.m. and it was probably like I don't know, I want to say it was like a Monday or Tuesday. It was just a weekday.
Yeah.
It was 5 p.m. There were like mad people around. I was like, what the fuck are all these people doing here? She's like, what do you mean? They're just probably coming off work. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had got so used to living in like the underworld.
Yeah.
Even if I'm out at night, I'm out at night, so the streets are clear.
Bro.
I'm going home at 3 a.m.
I know what you're
so
talking
like
about.
I hadn't seen traffic in years. You know? I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yo.
This shit was crazy, you know. But like after tour, I was like, all right, I need to chill. So now I just be at home, just chilling, playing the
go.
game. I record and shit. Start streaming. I'm about to start streaming. You know, once I start dropping my music, I'm gonna start my live stream and shit.
Bro,
I'm playing the game. I'm making songs. I'm doing everything on there. You know, so things like that.
go live
But,
at the studio tonight. It might be a little late, but try going live.
yeah, I should.
Yeah. Just for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. See how it goes.
I'm late, but it's not late.
It's late, but
I need a cheeseburger or something.
they late.
You a vegan?
Fuck you. What kind of
Wait,
fucking
what-
question was that?
Well, I was about to ask it differently. I had to remix the question.
50 Cent's not vegan.
Nah, I asked that because I know we was talking about the fitness, and I know that's a big thing right now. Like everybody's
Fuck
on
that.
the whole.
No.
You know, I
got more
tried that
beef
shit.
in there. I don't have one green in there right now. It's like all beef and chicken.
I tried the vegan shit for like 6 months.
Did you?
Fuck that shit. Yeah, it was
The only
terrible.
green comes from First Form's green powder.
The only green you need is from First Form. Opti Greens, you know where to find it. The link in the
that?
bio.
I like that. That's how you plug that shit in.
I was
like
good.
that.
I like that.
Yeah, fuck that vegan shit.
Yeah,
man.
we don't
I
need
tell people don't do it.
Yeah, no.
It's all hype.
I tried sort of for like a week and I just felt horrible.
I did it for like 6 months.
Yeah, that's
It was
crazy, bro.
bad.
Yo.
It didn't do anything for me but make me hungry.
Yeah, and
All I did was want to eat all day.
what was your energy levels like?
I mean, I don't know. I was on drugs too, so it's like,
So that was your fuel. Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. So I
Yo, that's
can't
the
call it.
craziest part. The healthiest people love to do their fucking
No, when I moved to LA, that was one thing that tripped me out. I'm like, wait, you don't
much-
eat chicken?
How much K can a vegan
Okay.
vegan person do?
Bro,
Hold on,
I
you were
watch,
on
I
dr-
watch
wait.
these people like, and I'm, you know me, I'm like, I'm about to order something from McDonald's. They're like, no, I'm not eating that. Like, all right. I guess it's pick
Literally.
your poison, right?
Welcome to LA. Yo. Fucking crazy.
I guess you got to pick your poison, man. Because I've, like I said, I've never done cocaine, but, you know,
Keep it that
I
way.
eat McDonald's still.
I've never heard of a vegan that does drugs, but
I've heard of it.
I've met a bunch of them.
I've heard of a
They,
couple.
Crazy.
are into their health, and they just, that's crazy.
No,
to me.
no,
That's what-
that's
it's
the
like,
LA
what-
thing.
That's the LA
literally-
thing, really.
Literally, be
I don't
vegan
eat
and do
meat,
fucking
I don't eat cheese. I don't
K
eat
and
any of
Coke
that,
on the weekends
But
or every
I
night.
will,
That's
cocaine and ketamine, let me have it.
Literally. Welcome to
swear.
LA. That is the LA
swear.
diet.
That was one thing when I moved out here. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
This is how y'all getting down. Cool.
Damn.
When in Rome,
When
I'm
in
not
Rome.
I'm gonna put the toga on, but I'm not gonna do everything else. I'm not snorting the white powder. I can't.
All right, alien
Shout
from
out to
outer
everybody that
space.
does though.
Do you hear that just now?
Aliens from outer space, where
I
they at?
said, all right, alien from outer space.
Yes, that's me.
We'll have you.
Look, I got a man right here getting abducted on my arm.
Did they ever do anything to
People ask me if I believe in aliens. I'd be like, you don't? All right, no, yeah,
That one's for next-
We're
not gonna do
gonna
that.
say
We're not
that.
gonna
We're
do
gonna
that.
tease them. This is what we're getting into
We're
next
not gonna
one.
do that.
Bro, you need to get to your session.
That was the red light. Dana just put the red light.
Yeah,
You know,
she said,
comedians, when
no,
you
we're
do
not doing
comedy,
this. We're not
they
doing
put
this
the
right
red light
now.
on.
All right.
You red lit me.
We'll do that next time.
Yeah, we'll talk about aliens and all the extra. We'll dig
Dive
into
deeper
it.
next time.
For sure.
Bro, where can they find you at?
Find me. Shit, I'm outside now, so find me in the streets.
What's your social
Nah,
medias?
find me on social media. Call me Squalla. Call me SQUALLA, and that's on everything: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. What's the Twitter shit called now? X.
X.
Uh,
I still call it Twitter.
Yeah, I don't really post, but
It's there.
yeah, when I do post, it's gonna be the most. So you know,
Should
Shout out
tap
to
the
the
fucking
host.
guys. Bro,
Yes, sir.
it's been fucking amazing having you on.
Hey, thanks for
You're
having
definitely
me.
gonna
brother.
run this again.
For sure. I
Guys.
come back once I drop the new music and shit.
Perfect. Guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to tap that link in the bio and get you some First Form shit. We just said the Opti Greens, but you know my favorite is the First Form Energy, specifically the orange one. But this is pretty damn good too. We'll see you next week.
My guy.
That was fire.
Thank you, brother.